Hey, what is going on, people? This is Mr. T, and today we're gonna be playing some Clash of Clans for the second time today, and it's gonna be a great day. I'm gonna talk about balloons here. So I'm gonna show a post here from the Supercell forums. I'm actually gonna be using a lot of posts from the Supercell forums to make a few points in this video, and I'm gonna show you this post, and this post is from Theodore80 from the Supercell forums, and he says, is Lava Loon OP? It seems like this loon buff made Lava Loon OP. I'm currently playing in the Legends League, and since the update, 80% of the attacks against me are Lava Looning, and 90% are air attacks, dragons, babies, and loons. It seems like those attacks are OP. Sometimes the opponents do not need to deploy their heroes, only the Warden. They easily 2-star a max base with no heroes and with high percentage, 60 to 70%. There are a lot of skilled players in Legends Leagues, and having a successful defense is rare, but 2 stars are suddenly super easy. I think that some balance is needed here. The loon buff was obviously not needed. Now, before I go on in this video, I want you to comment down below in the comment section. Do you agree with this comment? Do you think that loon is, or loons in general, are way too overpowered, that Supercell just buffed them to no end, to the point where it just completely took the game out of any kind of small balance that it had? Comment down below in the comment section, and remember to leave a like on this video if you want to see more of this content. So comment down below. So here's what I think. I think that balloons are not overpowered, and I don't think they're overpowered for a few reasons. Now, reason number one is something similar to what this gentleman said. So Daniel Romansky from the forums, again, thank you, Daniel. So Daniel Romansky from the forums has said that air raids are still pretty weak, just not enough versatility in air versus ground attacks. Air has only one troop that targets defense, where ground has giants, hogs, and golems. Air has a few troops to actually do damage, but they all pretty much do the same thing. The only difference between these air troops is health and camp space. Ground units have bowlers, miners, and witches, which all do unique things for different base designs. Air also has the sweepers to deal with, while ground does not. Now, I'm gonna argue that minions are also very, very good on air, as you can see in pretty much every single attack that I do as a farmer. But I think that what the point of what he's saying is that air has a lot of different things that go against it, and hasn't really gotten a buff in a very long time. I mean, Town Hall 11 did get a new loon level this year, which has been pretty good. I mean, if you watch Power Band, Clash with Ash, or a lot of other different players, I mean, you are going to see a variety in different air attacks that are very powerful. But for the casual gamer, we haven't really seen an air attack that is powerful enough to make it into the meta of the casual gamer. So I think that although the air attacks have been buffed in the past, they had never been buffed to the point where, even for the casual gamer, Laloon was a viable option. And this is what I think Supercell noticed when they made this. Again, if you go back to their design values and what Supercell wants from this game, they want a game that appeals to different levels of players, and that is easy enough for players of all levels to play, but difficult enough to make it so that anyone has an opportunity, including the higher end guys, to defend at their max level. So again, this is to appeal to all different types of players if you look at Clash of Clans design values. So this post here is something that I think really brings part of the point of what I want to make in this video. So, posted by Gompel in the forum. So, not too crazy. Defense strength overpowers offense strength, and I think that is what Supercell realized when they changed the balloons. For a while there, I thought they intentionally wanted air attacks to die, but it doesn't seem the case now. Now, I don't think that Supercell wanted air attacks to die. I think that Supercell has buffed ground. It is much easier to balance ground because there are so many different factors and so many different types of strategies and combinations. Much like the last comment, ground has a lot more strategies and combinations that can be used with success. I mean, you have golems, you have giants, you have healers, you have a lot of different things that you can do in order to be successful using ground attacks. But for air, it's a little bit more difficult than that. But I'm gonna start part of the point here of what I want to make in this video. And number one point is, and Aaron puts it the best here from the forums, there's a very significant increase to the effectiveness of air attacks. And the good news is, not everyone will need to learn to use air, but the casual gamer will want to use it more. So the additional result will be a buff to ground attacks as defenders adjust to defend against the strong air attackers properly. X-bows will be set to air, air mines will once again be moved back inside the base, and higher priority will be given to AD placement that might otherwise be occupied by a ground targeting defense. And honestly, after seeing some of the videos, I would not be surprised if their drop rates are scaled back to a middle ground. There are already some dominant Laloon attackers who will just be unstoppable. Now, I don't agree with the last part of what he's saying. I think that balloons should not be scaled back, and the reason I don't think they should be scaled back is because, like he said in the middle of his comment, people will adapt. If you remember in March or I think April 2016, Valkyries were buffed to the point where people were just face rolling, just literally rolling their cheek all over their phone and getting 3 stars on max Town Hall 9 bases. So on max Town Hall 9 bases. But Zagalov puts it best here when he says, again, I'll repeat as many times as necessary, base design meta is always a few steps behind attack strategies. It takes weeks to develop a functioning one that focuses on anti-air while having resistance to ground attacks. Give it some time, 1 to 2 months, and the designs will catch up and Laloon will revert back to being balanced. Yes, right now balloons are a little bit overpowered, but they are not overpowered to the point where they will take over the game and make it easy to 3-star a max version of your base. The reason being, Valkyries. Same thing happened in March 2016, and Supercell did not decrease the effectiveness of Valkyries after that. They added a few new traps, they added new point defenses, they indirectly nerfed Valkyries as opposed to directly nerfing them. Therefore, I think that Supercell will not nerf the balloons again. They are going to do much like Valkyries, and they're going to keep them where they are, but they may indirectly affect or tweak certain things to fix them, or they may just not do anything and people will catch up. The bases, the meta will change. X-bows will be set to air. Infernos will always be in multi-targeting. And Onyx puts the best here. It looks like a huge buff to Loons. Remember what happened with the increase of speed at which Valks did their first attack? They did the same exact thing to Balloons. This is the same thing that they did to Balloons and P.E.K.K.A.s as well very recently. This is nothing new. Supercell has been doing an excellent job this year of indirectly, well, minus the minors, which is a whole different story, indirectly nerfing troops. And I think that this is the way to go for them. They are trying to appeal to their whole fan base. And I think that this eventually will be a huge asset to this game because ground will be balanced because air will also be balanced as a result. As the base designs change, you're going to see different things that are going to make it more difficult to be a successful Laloon attacker. Again, you're going to see more spread out air defenses, or you're going to see them more spread out air defenses. You're going to see multi-target infernos. You're going to see X-bows always on air. You're going to see the air bombs and the mines near the center of the base so that the balloons have more trouble coring the center of a base. You're going to start seeing different things, and I think that at the end of the day, that is going to make it more difficult to 3-star Max Town Hall 11s, Max Town Hall 10s using this strategy. Now, one last point I want to make here, and I think I've already made my point. Laloons are not overpowered, base designs will adapt, and this will be a lot better. Now, my last point is, Archer7 says here that air is already super easy to 3-star Town Hall 9 versus 9. This buff is going to make it easier. My answer to that, unfortunately, Archer, is yeah. Town Hall 9 is no longer the top dog in the game, and there's a lot of players that want to stay at Town Hall 9. But Supercell, yeah, they want to encourage you to upgrade to Town Hall 10. I just upgraded to Town Hall 10, and I'm having a lot of fun. It's been great doing so, and I think that this is where the game is heading. It is heading toward Town Hall 10 and 11. Town Hall 9, although people want to stay there for months or years on end, is no longer the top dog, and we need to accept that. I think, yes, it will be easier to 3-star Town Hall 9s, much like it was Town Hall 8. Town Hall 8 used to be the top dog back in 2012, and it is no longer the case. Town Hall 8 is extremely easy to 3-star now, and so will Town Hall 9 be. That's gonna piss off a lot of people. People are not gonna like that, but that's just the way it is. Now, this has been my small rant video here. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please leave a like in the section below and let me know. Do you think that Supercell made the right decision by doing this? And do you think that balloons are overpowered after hearing the points that I made in this video? This is Mr. T. Remember to leave a like in this video and subscribe to my channel for more content. Peace!